Today, we're going to, both me and Coach Ellen will share a tip in helping, hopefully, some of you in this group to handle your negative emotions, such as anger. Today, I'm going to quickly just share a personal experience, how I handle my own issue in the past, feeling anger. And this is very personal, and perhaps some of you already experienced it. It is something to do with my own elderly parents. We know how parents are. I am one of the parents. But today, I'm going to focus on an experience that I had with my own mom. How her presence and her and having conversation with her sometimes get me so angry. And because when I get angry, I feel bad. I feel bad. And not just feeling bad. And no, she's my mom. She's my mom, and she's an older individual where I know I should be more respectful. But then because of my feeling of anger, it was hard to enjoy her. So, my own anger used to control me. I have love for her, but it was hard to say nice thing to her when I was feeling so angry. I mean, moms will always be mom, okay? Moms will always mom. Mom will always do what moms do. But it's up to us. It's up to us. Like, she's my environment. Perhaps, I wish she had the skills to handle her own emotions in the past. But she's doing her best. But it was me who wasn't able to control my own anger. And I have learned a few things that it worked now. Now when she called me, I maintain my emotions. Not just maintain it when I know, we're not perfect, right? I'm not perfect, but the good news is I'm able to call myself out the moment I feel angry. First of all, because I would ask myself, is this what you want to show up, Helen, in front of your mom? Does she deserve better? And when you feeling, angry towards her, you're going to feel guilty about it afterward. And then you will have to call her back later. So at that moment, right now, a couple of tips that I do now to lower my negative emotion with her, when she's complaining or when she's doing something that usually make me feel angry, I would, I said earlier, like ask myself, are you going to really have a bad conversation with her when you challenge yourself, when you feel attacked? I asked myself, normally I would ask myself, do you want to stay calm, Helen? Or do you want to make her wrong? Or do you want to be right? Or does she deserve this time to be herself? Maybe she's letting out some emotions in her. Maybe she's not happy. In the past, I would make her wrong for saying what she usually say. But now I find a way to control my anger by asking those questions. By asking myself those questions about her, and myself, how do I want to show up? And what is causing her to say certain things, right? For example, she used to complain about how she was the victim, how people were mean to her when she was young, when she was perhaps in China, how bad people were to her. And because she keep talking about how they treated her, I realized it made me dislike those people. And because I disliked them and they are relatives, I find myself not get connected with them easily. So I would ask her, instead of focusing on myself, I asked her, Mom, by you telling me how you were a victim in the past and how you complain about them, do you want me to not like them? We're relatives. Or if she complains about my other siblings, parents do that. Sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. do you want me to not like them? Not like them because when you complain about them, it gives me a bad impression of others. Because I love you, Mom. I trust you. I respect your opinion. And because when I ask you those questions, by changing, focusing on her and not on me, I asked her question. And because she started to think and her own complaint started to come down. When her own complaint started to come down, we both at a different state. We feel better. So by just changing my own action, how I show up, what to do at that moment, and instead of just focusing on what she said and focusing on my own emotions, it changed things up, literally. And because when things change up, you can continue the conversation and you can stay with your parents longer. I know I'm not the only one. Often we, in the past, we try to avoid our parents as much as possible because we cannot handle them. But once you learn how to show up at the right timing, the amount of time, when to show up, how much to show up, asking the right questions, things get better. So instead of feeling the high intensive, frustration can go down. Instead of like shouting at each other, you can stay calm. By asking questions, it allows people time to think about things, right? Proximity is power, which means give each other time to think about things. The closer you are to things, the higher the intensity. And this applies to many areas in life as well, right? The closer you are with some person, you're probably going to be affected by them more. So when it comes to conversation, even in talking, the longer you take time to think about things, the less the intensity, right? I'm sure you heard about this already. Sleep on it, or take a deep breath. The deep breath means giving your time, taking time to breathe, allow you the time to think about things. So by asking questions, allow you to take time to think about the situation. So this is how I handle my challenge with my mom, because my mom has been literally the only one who look after us. Yes, I have a dad too, but my mom's always in our life the most. And because she's in our life, whatever she does affects us the most, good and bad. And I find it really hard to challenge her opinions and to challenge her. And sometimes by challenging them, we feel angry and frustrated. So this is how I handle, at this stage in my life, handle my my negative emotion when my mom, my own parent, my mom own shortcoming in front of us, in front of me especially. So this is something that worked for me. Now I just ask her, request her to do something. For example, last example is she would call me sometimes every day just to check up on me. It's so nice for her to do that. So I love to talk to her, but sometimes she goes off, right? Goes off about her day, about other people, gossip about the people. I want to hear about her, but not about the people. So instead of getting frustrated, waiting for her to finish her conversation, now I would just ask her, Mom, can you please just perhaps tell me, the purpose of calling me? Is it because you want to check what how my day is or how your day was, that's fine. Or is it something you want me to do for you? I'm happy to do it for you, to go buy, to get grocery for you. I'm happy. But when you call me and talk about other people whose life doesn't have any impact in my life, I have no time to listen to those. And instead of like feeling frustrated and stay on the phone with her, I interrupted her and tried to make sure that she's more focused or have an intention of just calling me. So, and then she took that really, really well. So that's how I handle my frustration with my own mom, when she's off, when she make me feel frustrated. Ask her to change the situation. If she doesn't, then of course, what are you going to do, right? You do that again because she's your mom. She's my mom. I'll ask it again. And then she can continue to do it sometimes. Unless it's really, really important, I would sometimes not pick up the phone sometimes. That I would call my sister if she's okay. Normally when they could call you, normally they want something. So that's my way of getting around my mom when she makes me feel frustrated and anger. And I hope my personal story, provides some value here, something that you can use.